there was a lot of requests for this specific person to be on the stream. There was a lot of specific requests to get this guy on the stream. Not only from co-host, and I'm going to be transparent. Damo likes this guy. He wanted him to be on the stream. Sage fucks with this guy. He didn't mind. But a lot of our audience rocks with Daquan Wiltshire. And that might come to a surprise with a lot of people, and that was before this. So given the opportunity, you know, just via Twitter, we got the follow back. We knew we were doing guys night, pals night. And we knew that we were gonna have a bunch of people rotating in, you know, for this specific stream. We're gonna have a bunch of people come in, rotate in, copy the Kai Cenat formula, just do it virtual. Shouts out to Fizz the God right there. Or Fizz the OG. We're gonna have people come, rotate in, etc., etc. And we were gonna have them be a part of what was a special occasion, right? I mean, who else does 1,000 subs and 10K followers in 3 weeks of being on Twitch? Nobody but the gods.
Bang, bang,
Nobody
bang,
but us.
bang,
Nobody.
bang.
So it was a time to celebrate, right? I had my champagne and everything ready. So I DM Daquan. He DMs me back, says he'd love to do it. Wouldn't have no problems. We have, and I want to address the other people that were supposed to be on because they're gonna come on, you know, at a different time. Stuff happened. No fault to them. Shouts out to More Life Jason, man. Shouts out to More Life Jason.
And that's why, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
So we had, he had called me and he talked about some logistic things, about getting the stream right and everything like that. For sure. That's cool. Then he asked me, hey, can I be myself? You know, is there some laws, some limitations as to what's to go on your stream? And I said, hey, I'm familiar with your content. This is a no holds barred type of time. He streams on Twitch, so we understand we're not just about to go TOS on somebody else's stream. Like, that's stupid. But as far as everything else goes, hey, that's him. Our audience loves him. They must be familiar with his content. Like I said, Damo and Sage are familiar with his content. I will say the first flaw in what we did is that as a collective, we may have not been as familiar as we should have been, right? But it is what it is. We keep moving forward. So he gets on the stream. What happens, happens. We have the whole blow up. And I'm going to react to it. Because then once off the stream, he did a half-ass backhanded apology. And if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. Whatever the case may be, I can't tell a grown man how to feel. I mean, it just is what it is. But it says something about you that somebody politely asking you to not say these types of jokes questions your masculinity, right? That seems very fragile to me. That seems very pussy to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And internet screaming don't do anything for me. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with internet screaming about the words that I use. Especially when I know that it's not reality. 'Cause I got word that when he went to the Art Institute of Washington, he wasn't that type of guy, right? He wasn't that type of guy. I'm not saying I'm the hardest on the internet, but from what I hear, and what I know is that a lot of people put up fronts on the internet. Now, literally, stuff could have changed since you went to the Art Institute of Washington. You could no longer be that shy guy, right? But what I know about a lot of people is that a lot of the internet clout gets to their head. And they let that become the character that they are portray. They let that internet, that ego and all that stuff, they let that boost them. But make no mistake, shouts out to 2K's betting account. Appreciate that. Make no mistake about me. And we can get this verified each and every way. My cousins want to come on stream so bad. Make no mistake about me. If you ever thought that I was a narcissist, I had main character syndrome, I spoke a lot, I put myself in front, it's been verified by my sibling on the internet before. You know, there's proof of that in old tweets of mine. I've always been who I am right now.
He's on fire!
And that's why I have no doubt, and I am in extra comfort in the way that I handled the situation. So I want to address that first and foremost. For those that know and those that have been following Let's Keep It a Buck and the litany of content that we put out, you know that my brother, B Souls, has made it a point of emphasis to go about being more aggressive and not passive as he ages, as he becomes a man. And we've talked about different incidents on our own platform in which we've all been together collectively, and there have been situations in which he could have handled things better. So, although I don't have a soundboard for a round of applause, I want to go ahead and give a real round of applause for B Souls because I am proud of him. I am extremely proud of him, right? I am extremely proud of him. We just went to DreamCon and saw how a situation was handled by him. At least me personally, I was there. We just saw how that situation was handled, and for him to handle this situation Thursday, how he did it, I'm extremely proud of him. That's not for the content either. I've had a conversation with him. I am extremely proud of him. Because at the end of a day, B Souls is a man. He is taking steps to become even more of a man. He is taking on responsibilities as a man. He is going to be married soon. He is the head of a household. So what that means is a man needs to carry himself like a man in situations where he needs to be a man. So I am 1,000% proud of B Souls. That's without a fact.
He's on fire!
We talk about this whole red pill ideology and what it means to be a man and protect and provide. He protected himself in that situation, and I applaud him for that. And was not disrespectful. Did it in a manner in which is very commendable. It wasn't for the content, didn't feed into it. It was a simple, hey, I don't like this, nip this in the bud. Now, what we saw on the other end, somebody get, I guess, emasculated in his own eyes. He felt like it was challenging his masculinity to not respond. I guess so. So, as far as other people, commenters, viewers, looker-oners saying, you know, I saw when the gang stepped in for him, you know, why didn't Omar say anything? Because from my perspective, I saw a man being a man. And I don't need to step in for a man being a man and asserting themselves. That's a part of his growth, and that's a part of his evolution. That's exactly what Biso sought after to do. Not saying that we seek that type of smoke, drama, or pressure, Just saying that when presented with opportunities in which he needs to demonstrate a man or a manliness or assertiveness, I'm going to let him rock. He's in a safe environment. This is a space in which we control. If things got too far out of hand, which the bitch ass nigga comment is too far out of hand, and I applaud Damo for getting to that first. But if it gets too far out of hand, we have control over that environment. And I see it's your boy Joker, but it's still your co-host. No, absolutely. But if I see a moment in which my brother is my blood brother, Legend of Winning, if I see a moment in which he is a man asserting himself as a man, as another man, I can respect him and say, look at that man handling his business. I don't need to step in. Because when a man or anybody steps in for another man, that is a form of emasculation, right? Is that not what we talk about when we diss these red pill folks? Isn't that what we be talking about? Isn't that what we be talking about when we talk about these red pill people? Is they talk about times in which they get emasculated? And I'm not going to leave him out there to die, of course. If it's a situation that I see is getting too out of his control, definitely I'm going to step in. But as far as I saw, and we'll watch the footage again, B-Souls is totally in control. B-Souls is totally in control. That's my personal opinion. That's the way I personally feel about it. So I don't want to, and people are going to have their opinions, whatever their case is or whatever. But if my brother says this is my goal to grow, as somebody who has respect for him, who admires him, I'm going to say, you know what? I am going to help you work towards your goal. I am going to help you reach your goal. That doesn't mean I step in every situation. And if you are an MVP or Hall of Famer, you can see that I did the same thing in Austin. But nobody will talk about that. You will see I did the same thing in Austin. I got it on footage. And we talked about it on the pod. There's a specific situation in which we go to the ticket line and I say, B-Souls, you're up. You're up. And he then has to talk to the ticket person. And I don't save him on first glance, quote unquote, however people want to put it. I don't step in and interject on first glance. I let him get it out. I let him talk until he says, hey, I need assistance, which there's nothing wrong with. I personally believe there's nothing wrong with it. So, and I know people don't care. You would do what you want to do in this situation, etc., etc. Personally, I don't give a fuck. You're not me. You're not him, and you're not one of the other four that's on stage. You're not. Period, point blank. I don't care what you talk about. I don't care what you would do, quite honestly. What I'm in the business of is letting my brother grow, giving him the place, the space, and the environment to grow. What I saw was somebody who was disheveled and disgruntled. And I've seen him do that even in our own personal relationship. Without breaking down the fourth wall too much, without too much details, he's even had to say some stuff to me. And I've seen those in comment sections. He's had to say stuff to me. That is growth. The ability to voice your opinion when something bothers you. That is growth. That is not letting you get stepped on. Period. And as he says he wants to grow more, we're going to give him the place and the space to grow more. At least I am. I don't need to fight every one of his battles. We don't need to fight every one of his battles. Because in reality, we won't be there all the time. We won't be there to fight every one of his battles. And I at least owe him the decency and the respect so that he is in the best situation to succeed when we are not around. And that's just the way that I personally feel. That's the way that I personally feel. That's the way that Omar feels. Period, point blank. Now, with that being said, we can go ahead and look at it. And I want to look at it from a specific standpoint. I don't want to watch this whole thing. I lived it. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think we're good here. Oh, shit.
I hate this nigga, bro. I hate y'all.
Oh, okay. I want a specific.
You went to school. That's all you did. You didn't do anything. Did you get in trouble? You ain't die, so you straight. Fuck it. I don't. Now, Souls, tell me if you feel the same way, okay? About your girl.
2019. Yeah. That's all.
All right. Thank you. I respect you.
I gotta figure out how to make money on this thing. It's simply
Appreciate
too
it,
good.
man.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
Oh my
This
god.
is
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta chill out. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta chill out.
Why, bro? Why
You gotta chill out, bro. Cause you came on this platform and then out of nowhere just go crazy with the Asian jokes.
I know, bro.
Just chill out, bro. That's all I'm asking, bro. Just chill out a little bit.
But
It's getting a little out of hand, bro.
But what Asian jokes I said other than a little dick? That's the only thing I said. I'm very respectful though. I'm very respectful.
Okay, man.
That's all that I said.
If you
I
want to
tell
be
everybody on
obtuse
my
as
streams they got
to
little dicks.
if you want to
I
be
tell
obtuse
everybody
as
on
to
my
how you've
stream.
been talking about me specifically on the stream, that's
Yes.
fine. That's fine.
Yes. No, the thing is, look, I tell there's not been a single person that's been on my stream that I haven't said that has a little dick. You're a man. I'm gonna see every other man in here I would say has a little dick. I don't know y'all dick size. But I can tell you're offended by it. I respect you, bro. I respect you.
No, but you
and from here, well,
you specifically related it to my race earlier.
I know I did. I
Okay.
know I did. Like a lot.
I know, I understand. That's all I'm saying. I'm just asking you to chill out, please. That's all I'm asking, man.
Nah, so that's the thing. You can say it in a nice way, just like you said it. I
Yeah.
like that way. I like that way a lot better because I don't want to feel like a nigga's demanding me. That's all.
Yeah, no.
and right there, I don't want to feel like a nigga is demanding me. That says a lot.
No, I'm not, not trying to pursue. I'm just trying to ask nicely. That's all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for asking nicely. I appreciate that.
No problem, man. No problem.
Hey,
I still feel kind of like you kind of forced me. I don't like that, but because I don't know. But
that
I
was a guys' night, man.
Now, apparently, as far as I understand, Daquan has been stepping into the red pill manosphere type of timing with his tweets and his content and all that stuff like that. Let me say this. That's why all this shit is contradictory, because I thought it was about taking accountability. It doesn't matter how you feel if it's, not going a certain way. Somebody says something to you respectfully. You should take accountability for that. And somebody would say he's a comedian. He is a whatever the fuck. I'm tired of all these internet niggas labeling themselves as comedians and entrepreneurs and CEOs or whatever the case may be, just because you got some followers. Like that shit is doofy to me. That shit is doofy to me. But he's a comedian, so this is what happens when you bring comments on blase, blase, blah. At the end of the day, even the comedian knows, hey, sometimes those jokes don't land, but as a good comedian should know, I need to adjust, especially when I'm telling stale ass, thank you, Hotep, stale ass, low-hanging fruit jokes, and they aren't landing at all. When they don't land, especially to the targeted demographic, a good comedian pivots out of these things.
Man, guys, like, what are we doing,
I'm
man?
chilling, bro. I didn't expect a nigga to get offended by what I
Everybody
said.
catch his eye, man.
I didn't expect that.
So the next tweet that has us under investigation. All right, from here, Daquan goes ahead and he mutes himself on his screen and he's talking to his chat. Don't know what he's saying,
Bro, it's fine if you don't.
and I want to get
So,
into
but you forgetting what I'm talking about. Over here, just don't. They like the way he looks. He didn't look like an ugly dude or anything like that. But it's like maybe I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to talk.
Make money on this thing.
I'm trying
It's
to talk. I don't
simply
even.
too
Shouts
good.
out to Peter.
Gotta
B.
figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I appreciate the subs. I want to make sure we hear what's being said because this is very important.
I keep forgetting what I'm talking about because I'm still mad that this nigga got offended. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I don't like, bro. When I tell you I don't play with niggas like that in person, bro. If you would have told me that in person, I'd have smacked the shit out you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't play like that. I don't fucking streaming shit.
Everybody
So all of a sudden, if somebody would have told you respectfully that they didn't like the jokes that you were telling in their house on their platform, you would have smacked the shit out of them. All of a sudden, respectfully, right? Does that make a lot of sense? Does that make a lot of sense?
Streaming nigga like that, bro. I ain't a streaming nigga like that. I don't play with bitch ass.
I'm not trying to press you.
You should have just shut the fuck up and kept that shit to yourself. Now you done changed your own energy. Because like I don't play.
And why does he have to shut the fuck up and keep it to himself on his platform? This escalation by him is totally unnecessary. It's just totally unnecessary. It makes no sense. It's not called for. Even if this, I'll say this. Niggas gonna say this is his type of comedy. Hey, that's what he do.
Everybody cheer for you. Everybody
that
cheer.
shit pissed me off, nigga.
I can hop off if you want to, bro.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where B Souls was totally wrong. B Souls was absolutely wrong right there for saying he'd hop off. I don't think that there's any conversation about that. But it's so far, I still like the way he's handling it.
You could have shut the fuck up and stop acting like a bitch, nigga.
I feel it. Look.
All right, man. He's done like it.
Y'all was on here. If y'all gotta kick me off. I'm cool with it.
Nah, you good. Everything's straight. We ain't gotta. It ain't gotta go there. All I'm saying. All I'm saying is you got to look at it through his lens, dog. It's 4 niggas.
If a nigga was doing that to me, I wouldn't care.
No. Hold on.
I was a whole bunch of group of white niggas.
No, but I'm saying, hey, I'm gonna be blunt. I wouldn't give a fuck either.
Ain't a bitch.
Like no bullshit. I wouldn't give a fuck either. But it's 4 niggas on the stage, and it's 1 Asian cuz on the stage, and niggas is essentially like no cap. Niggas was laughing, so niggas is laughing it out, and you telling the ha-has and shit. I already know he's gonna feel some type of way about it.
Doing that to me, it's nothing. It's nothing. Like no, I don't get offended.
But not everybody like that. Everybody.
At some point, I don't know when it is. It may have been when I was just looking down. I'm looking at like 50 different things all the time. But at some point in this, I asked B Souls via text, does he want to kick him off? If he wants to kick him off, he has the ability to kick him off. I want to go ahead and say this. For everybody that does not know, we all have the ability. We all have the same abilities on StreamYard. We all can bring people on. We all can kick people off. We all can do that. But as it sits right now, and why I said I didn't like the way that it was handled at this point, is I'm sitting here taking a backseat looking at this whole idea, and I see that Damo and Sage have hopped in. Now, I don't knock them for hopping in at all. I really don't knock them for hopping in. I see a situation, like I said earlier, where B Souls is taking charge as to how he feels, what he feels is right, what he feels is wrong. I think he's still handling it absolutely well. Now, the conversation escalates because 2 other people hop into the conversation and we just start, going back and forth. And now this has become a full-blown Boondocks nigga moment. This is 100% a nigga moment right here. This is where it gets disgusting. This is where things get out of the hands. And at this point, I ain't gonna lie, and that's why I sent my text message to B Souls. Hey, if you want to kick him off, just go ahead and kick. You have the ability to kick him off. At this point, me personally, it would have been done. Kick him off. Let's keep it going with the night. We got stuff we couldn't talk about. Yo, shouts out to Wolver Plays. Appreciate the sub. We got other stuff we could talk about, etc., etc. However, because this is his moment, I wanted him to own his moment. If people feel I'm wrong for letting him own his moment, that's perfectly fine too.
Like that, though.
Everybody don't joke the same. Everybody don't joke the same.
And that's what I'm saying. Everybody don't joke the same. But if a nigga tell me like that in person,
Come on. Listen. On everything, I'm familiar with you. I've been fucking with you for years. I'm familiar with who you is. Souls genuinely never know. He doesn't know you at all. He doesn't know how you cut. He doesn't know how you joke. Nothing like that. So this is his first time meeting you. he's the type of person where you got to build that type of shit up to just joke with him like
Yo,
that.
bitch
He's
ass
just not.
nigga, man.
All right, but you can't
yeah,
come on
and
here.
That's fine, bro. It's fine if you don't fuck with me, bro. I can't please.
I'll say this, and that's where everybody like is lost. That's where it's lost. I do see B-Sills interjecting back in, but right here, this is where everything is lost. The bitch ass nigga comment, it's no place in this. And so I'm glad at this point Damo does kick him off. I think everybody at that point was done. Everybody was ready to kick him off at that point. That was too much. That was too much. Now, of course we have conversation about it. Oh shit. Of course we have conversation about it. You know, try to be on the side, continuing to talk about it. I know people might ask, Omar, why did you try to move on or try to continue or whatever the case may be? We got a show to do. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but
Like, who would live sports type shit? I'm pretty sure that's how they try to advertise it.
let me see something. As far as I know,
Damn.
Fuck, I like Daquan too, man. Shit.
Nah. Hey, look.
Hey, you
look,
just don't
Sauce.
fuck with me, bro. It's fine.
Nah,
It's
you
fine.
good, but hold on, Sauce. Real shit, my nigga. Look, and we got it.
that's not what Sage said.
Start off with a bang.
I really got beef with him. I just have him to chill out for a quick second. That's all I ask.
I ain't about to rat out. I ain't about to rat.
Personally, right here, this is not. I don't think this should be discussed online in this specific moment right here. I do still like the fact that he's saying something. That is important to say to be souls. Don't say you'll step off. But as I know, as we
Show's
go,
being canceled left and right. So
And
as we go through the rest of the stream, it's clearly affecting and weighing on. I don't know if other people felt that way. It's clearly affecting, clearly weighing on the situation. That's something that I didn't. Because honestly, we still have a show to do. I know that might sound crazy, but it's a lot of people that rely on us to continue a show. So we got to keep it moving. But what I saw, again, is a person who had a moment to show that he was a man. I saw a person who has been working on that about themselves have the opportunity to show that they were a man and that they were assertive and that that's what they wanted to do. And to me, we had conversations post-pod about what we're going to do, what we're going to say, et cetera, et cetera. And to be honest with you, the situation was dead. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was said from my end. I knew what the backlash was going to be. My thought process was I wasn't going to address nothing. This is private. I'm going to have a private conversation with, the four, and I'm going to have a private conversation with B Souls, et cetera, et cetera. And that was going to be it. That was going to be it. I didn't feel the need to address anything to anybody ever. No disrespect to you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. But I do not owe you guys anything as far as an explanation goes as to why I went about it the way I did. Now, there are some people that definitely picked up on this. They were like, yo, I remember when B-So said this, et cetera, et cetera. And it looks like Omar's trying to do that. This isn't the first time that he's done that. I think these are some Hall of Fame or MVP members. This isn't the first time that he's done that. He also did that in Austin. He also did it in Austin with the ticket people, et cetera, et cetera. So, I think that's just what this was. But let's take it back to the actual issue of Daquan, et cetera, et cetera. I wasn't going to say nothing. But then we got into a group session. Hold on, let me say this. Osmir says, so I have a question. I think Quan is a goofy, but when does a person decide to get in the middle of a roast session? If it goes too far, I think bitch ass nigga was way too far. I also think smack the shit out of you was far as well, but bitch ass nigga was way too far. And at that point, all of us, he was raps at that point. But that's up to you to decide. That's up to you. That's totally up to you to decide. There's gonna be some people that feel like you're right. There's gonna be some people that feel like you're wrong. You know, threats of physical violence, does that everything? I can't agree with that. But some people are going to say you're right for interjecting here. Some people are going to say you're wrong for interjecting here. Some people are going to say, you know, I could handle myself, et cetera, et cetera. And I know y'all are going to say personalities or whatever, but would people be feeling the same way if nobody stepped in for Damo in a situation like that? Would people be feeling the same way if nobody stepped in for me in a situation like that, for Sage in a situation like that? I don't know if it all sits the same. I know all situations aren't created equal. That's why I don't want to put it like that as a person to person. But nevertheless, going back to the story. So I was gonna leave it alone. I wasn't gonna say anything. It didn't matter. It literally did not matter no more. It is what it is. However, somebody in a private group chat brought this to my attention. He put it in there. And I was like, I just wanted to see this real quick. I'm gonna click on this video. Listen, I'm about to play Daquan's apology. I don't want to hear, you know, any of this being sent back to Souls. I don't think he's watching. B Souls, if you're watching right now, I will put you on timeout if you continue to watch this right here. But I heard he was trying to apologize last night. He even called me midstream. I think he wanted to get back on. But I knew what type of time he was on. Y'all didn't see me answer the phone. I didn't text back, none of that stuff. And I was gonna have a conversation with him the next day. That's what I said, because based off of our conversation, I was gonna have a conversation with him the next day. And with that conversation, I was gonna see where he was, bring it back to us as a collective, specifically to B Souls. If you wanted to hear him out based off of where he was, then that was gonna be an okay. But if not, we're just gonna be deaded. I'm gonna dead all of it. I lived 27 years without Daquan. I can go many more without him as well. I make money without him. I can continue to make money without him. I eat, sleep, breathe, shit, have sex without him. I can continue doing all that without him as well. It don't faze me. It really don't. But so I was sent his apology. And this is what we got.
The way you said it, I really just wanted to call you a bitch ass nigga. Cause I don't get offended. But I will apologize for what I did, for what I said. You know what I'm saying? You got offended by it, clearly. I apologize to you. I'm trying not to call you a bitch. I apologize to you, bro, for real. I may have offended you with the jokes I said. Because you self-conscious about that little ass motherfucking dick, nigga. Bro, that is your fault. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I cannot be around bitch ass niggas. I cannot deal with bitch ass niggas. I apologize for you being a bitch.
I don't think I need to play any more of that. I don't want to play more of that. I don't want to play more of that. And if that's the type of timing you on when, you know, somebody is trying to say something to you, you know, in a manner in which
right, ladies,
a lot of people found to be respectful, then I don't know. I think at that point, there's no resolution there. There's nothing else to talk about. You know, and that's why I came on this stream with the energy that I came with. Because if it's fuck him, it's fuck you. If he a bitch, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? If he's all this, you all that. So truth be told, I don't know if there's any more words. I personally think that I got out everything that I needed to get out. Why do I have this AMP tag in my shit? I don't know how to take that out. Yeah, I think that
I gotta figure out how to make money.
And appreciate you.
Simply too good. Gotta figure out how to make money.
Outlaws
I
Live.
really want to.
We're rolling in on the 100 sub goal. I gotta get my brother in a wrestling match. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I want to leave this because this is all like a teachable moment. This is all about, you know, manhood, manliness, etc., etc. At the end of the day, B-Souls is a man. And although we all are internet personalities, we all have social media platform presences. That may be yours. That truly may be yours. But as a man who hears from another man that, you know, he went too far, he feels disrespected, especially on his own platform, you should be able to take that in and respect that and say to yourself, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and let it die. Especially as a supposed comedian, you're supposed to see a joke it's not landing well, it's not doing this, that, and the third. I'm going to just go ahead and let this one rock. I don't want to be no more parts of this. You know, I just want to go ahead and take a step back, maybe pivot my jokes to a different direction. Let me see where the audience is landing more. Shouts out to Peter B for the 5 gifted.
And that's why, because it just makes sense.
Shout out to Peter B for the big 5. Yeah. And also want to, yeah, I'll say that after this. But yeah, I would think that you would just pivot. I would think that you would just take that as respect, as opposed to taking a grown man telling you that this offends them as a form of disrespect. Oh, that's not what I wanted to push. That sounds crazy. That sounds absolutely crazy. That as a grown man, taking somebody being respectful as a form of disrespect. Acknowledging that it was respectful and that he respected him for what he said and saying, hey, that's a form of disrespect. I feel like that's the most idiotic thing in the fucking world. That's stupid as shit. That's dumb. That's really, 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 really dumb. I can't say that enough. I cannot say that enough. Then to do the simple acts or the acts of going on your stream, muting, going crazy, doing all that dumbass shit. Backhanded apologies once you're off stream. That shit is goofy goober. That shit is goofy goober. And Monday it won't, like, none of this will matter in a couple of days. Truly, none of this will matter in a couple of days. But I want to say that to that. And to those that still question, you know, my actions, again, although I owe you nothing, I felt the need to address it. B-Souls is a man. We are men. The idea of emasculating or continuing to take over in situations is nasty fucking work. That shit is nasty fucking work. And I don't want to do that, especially when somebody says that they want to grow as a character or grow this character trait about them. And I respect them for it. I can't say that I'm your friend if I don't respect you for that. I can't say that I'm your friend if I don't help you in those situations, see that goal out. I can't say that. I truly cannot say that. That would be lame of me. So I think that situation was handled pretty well overall, just overall. I know y'all want people to come barking like packs of dogs. I wish there was actually more space for him to assert himself, to be more assertive. But all in all, I think that B-Souls handled that extremely well. I think he handled that extremely well. I don't think that I truly have anything else to say about that, to be honest with you. If y'all throw some questions, I'll answer some questions. Oregon is getting smacked right now. Not Oregon. Oregon is smacking right now. Yeah, they are smacking them. Absolutely right now. It's getting crazy. And also I'll say this too. I know that there are people saying that there's ammo and we could have said this, somebody should have said that, or whatever the case may be. I think it says a lot that a lot of this stuff wasn't said about how he is as a father and et cetera, et cetera. And nobody's gonna say that. Because even when I watched B Soul's stream, what was that, yesterday? B Soul said something about there was a donation that was a text to speak. And somebody was like, he's got 2 baby mamas or whatever. And B Soul's like, I don't want to get into that. And I can applaud that too. That's not his intentions. He was never on that type of time. He'll never be on that type of time. I don't think that that's anybody's intentions here from our side when we do address it. Because it was never supposed to be that. And it still doesn't have to be that. It's corny to even think that it could or should come to that. Straight up. It's corny to think that it could and should come to that based off of what we saw. So I don't think that we're gonna say anything. If y'all want niggas to say his baby mama and how he treats his kids, and it don't matter. It really don't matter. This situation is done. Don't bring this to Souls. I don't want to talk about